Hey guys, welcome back. It's Shania. So I am completely bored right now. I am bored with this quarantine and I was sitting on my couch and I was like, what can we do that's going to help alleviate all of this boredom that I have? And so then I was thinking, I cannot be the only one that is completely bored right now. And then I was like, if I'm not the only one, then like other people like celebs have to be bored too. So I was like, I wonder what our authors are up to right now. Are they bored? Are they writing? Are they reading? Or are they, playing Animal Crossing like all the rest of us? So then I was thinking, what if I asked them for some recommendations? Because we sit here and we talk about books all day, right? We have the booktube community. We're all great people. And we have all these books and recommendations to give everybody, but where are the authors' recommendations? They give us content, but they can't be not reading other content and getting ideas from other authors or whatever. So I decided that I wanted to DM them. I wanted to use the power of social media because that they are either writing or they're on social media. So I'm betting that it's the latter. And I thought, well, if they're on social media already, then why aren't they talking? So I'm going to use the power that God gave us in our technology and I'm going to DM them. Now let me say, I have never DM'd anybody before. I've never DM'd a celebrity. I don't think, honest to God. So I'm going to try this today. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to see what I can do with this. So I'm going to go through a bunch of authors and I'm going to ask them for recommendations or their favorite book and see if anybody responds to me. I hope to God they do. And if they do respond, if I've read the books before that they recommend or if I haven't. And if they recommend something I haven't, then I guess I have to read it, right? And if any of these authors recommend their own book, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that. I'm not sure how I'm gonna react. So with that, let's just start asking these authors what they have to say. Okay, so I've got some wine. Some liquid courage to ask these authors for book recommendations. It's not like we're asking them to bare their soul, but we're gonna ask them some questions regardless. So, first author that I want to talk to is the biggest one. To me, the biggest one anyways. Like, if we're gonna start off with all these authors, we might as well go for the one that gets paid the most moolah, and that is our queen, if you want to call her a queen. I don't know how you guys see it, but that is J.K. Rowling. But she doesn't let us DM her. Also, Stephen King does not let you DM him. So we are just gonna move on down the list. And since I'm reading this person's book right now, I decided that I'm going to start with this person. So I'm going to DM Miss Tahereh Mafi, and since she just came out with a new book, I think that this will be interesting. So let's see. Hello, Queen? No. So, hello, Tahereh. I hope you are doing well. I was wondering what your favorite book is, or if you have any book recommendation. Okay, since we did Tahereh Mafi, we might as well go and DM her husband. So we're gonna go to Ransom Riggs. Hi, Mr. Riggs. Do you have a favorite book? Who do I want to go for next? I think I want to go for Miss Cassandra Clare. I think Cassie will give us some recommendations. I really do. I hope you are staying safe. Do you have a favorite book? Or, wow, I can't type. You guys are going to see how bad I can't type. Also, Will is a snack. No, I don't want to do that. Also, I love Will Herondale. Okay, we're done. We're done with Cassie. Moving on. Now that I'm thinking of Cassie, let's go for Holly. I was very disappointed with Queen of Nothing, and I thought you should know that. That's really rude of me. I don't need to say shit like that. Okay, what should I be reading right now. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna go for my queen. I swear to God, if my queen responds to me, I will lose my freaking shit. You know we're going after Miss Sarah J. Maas. Hi, Sarah! Thank you for gracing me with the perfection that is Resand. Yum! I was wondering if you have a favorite book. P.S. Where is my Nesta and Cassian book? Okay, who do I want to go to next? We're gonna go to John Green. I don't know what he's doing with his life right now. I'm really curious. It's been a while, John. So I need to know what's up. Hi, John. It's been a while. All right, next we're gonna do Miss Victoria Schwab, aka VE. Now, I have not read a Victoria Schwab book yet. I know something is completely wrong with me, but we will change that soon. Do you have any book recommendations that I can read during this quarantine? Okay, next I think I'm gonna do Rochelle Mead because, like, where is she? It's been a long time since I've read one of her books and I just need to know what she's up to. I need to know what your favorite book is. Okay, we're doing a lot of females. Let's go over to some males. We're gonna go to Brandon Sanderson. I have yet to read one of his books, but it's on the list. I have his Skyward book on my TBR for this month, so very soon I will be getting to that. So let's ask him a question. What book should I be reading right now? Wow, type Shania. Okay, I'm gonna go for someone outside of the YA community. We're gonna go to Delia Owens because her book, Where the Crawdads Sing, was a freaking delight. I loved it. Are there any books that I should read? Okay, I'm going to my Queen of Romance now. I absolutely love this woman and her writing so much. Oh my gosh. And that is Miss Penelope Douglas. I loved Credence so much. I was wondering if you had any other book recommendations for me during this quarantine. All right, next we're gonna go to LJ Shen because this woman, I'm really curious to know what she has to say for some book recommendations. I just need to know what she has to offer me in regards to romance books, because you know she's probably reading some really good ass romance books. So I'm gonna go hello LJ. Next up we're gonna go with Rainbow Rowell because she's great and I know she's got some good contemporaries probably to recommend. Hello Rainbow, my fellow Midwesterner. Okay, next up we're gonna go with a very popular author. You guys all love her, you know it. You know you love her, and that is Leigh Bardugo. Yes. First of all, thank you for creating The Darkling. P.S. Crooked Kingdom. Why did you have to break my heart? Okay. I'm gonna stop. Okay, I have DM'd 30 authors right now, and I'm just gonna take a little break here, and we're gonna DM some more in a little while. Hey guys, so it's the next day, and we are literally in the same exact clothes because quarantine. So I wanted to give these authors a 24-hour grace period where they could have time to respond, so that is what we did. We are now here 24 hours later. And we got some responses, you guys. Yes, we did. So off camera, I ended up DMing some more authors, and in total, I DM'd 50 authors. Among those additional authors, I DM'd authors like Renee Audier, Kate Stewart, Karen Marie Moaning, and like Christina Ann Lauren, yes. And then some other ones like Ernest Cline. So out of all of those 50 authors, I got a total of 4 responses. And I have to say, I'm surprised I even got 1 because with this whole pandemic going on, everybody's lives are completely out of order. And the fact that not only 1, but 4 authors took the time out of their day to respond to me and give me some inspiration is amazing. So with that, let's see what these authors had to say. So first up, we have a response from Trisha Levenseller, which that's awesome because I literally just read her book, The Shadows Between Us, and it was so good, you guys, so good. So what Trisha had to say was, I always have recommendations! Exclamation point. So she said books with adventure / romance. Now, first of all, I don't know how Trisha just knows that that is exactly the type of genre I like, but she knew, I guess, and she gave us some great recommendations. The first one is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. You guys know, I love Vampire Academy. It's right over here. It's good stuff. If you guys haven't read it already, you should. I would feel like it's probably in that category of like trash YA, but I was completely trash for it at age 14, and at age 24, we're still trash for it. Next, she said The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen, and I have to say I haven't read these yet, but the covers for those are so gorgeous, and I definitely have it on my list for books I need to get at some point. The next one she said was The Falconer by Elizabeth May, and I honestly don't even think I've heard of that book. Am I like the worst booktuber if I haven't heard of that book? Is that a popular book? Because I've never heard of it. I guess I will go check that out on Goodreads. Then she said A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. So I have recently read that. If you guys saw my March wrap up, I talked about how I was kind of disappointed with that book because it was pretty hyped, and I was like, I thought it was okay. It was just like an okay book. I gave it like 3.5 out of 5 stars, I think. And it was like, it was good, but I think I'm getting tired of the Beauty and the Beast retellings, but I would still say that you guys should check it out because I feel like everybody should probably read that book. And then lastly, Trisha recommended The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and if you guys haven't read The Cruel Prince, you guys definitely should. I agree with Trisha on this one that this is a really great adventure / romance book, so I would definitely check it out. It deals with fae. It's good. You've got a prince, of course, and you've got a really badass heroine. So I would check that out if you haven't already, because that's also a staple in the booktube community. Okay, so that was like really awesome of Trisha. I think you guys should definitely take all of her recommendations and read them yourselves because she definitely recommended some really, really great books, and it just feels really good to have an author, you know, communicate with you. So, points given to Trisha. Okay, so the next author is one that when I got the notification for a response from her, I freaked out because I love this author so much. And you guys probably know if you guys saw my romance recommendations video because I just talked about her literally the whole time because she is the queen of romance, and that is Penelope Douglas. God, I love her so much. I love all her books. She recently just came out with Credence in February, I think, or January, and it was so good. Super taboo, but so good. So she responded to me, and this is what she had to say, or in other words, had not to say, because her response was, "Hey Shania, my name is Adrian." I think maybe it's pronounced Adrian. I don't know. So my name is Adrian, not Penelope, and I help Pen with her social media. She is offline for a few weeks, but I'll make sure she sees your message. So hope is not lost at this point. Penelope will still see our message at some point, but for now, she's gone, which is okay because I know that times are rough, like I said already for the 50th time. Adrian, or however you pronounce it, continues by saying, as for recommendations, I would check out Goodreads and bloggers that have read and reviewed Credence. Now, I commend Adrian for this because she gave us a push in the right direction. She didn't leave us hanging. She gave us a really good avenue, which is Goodreads and bloggers, and may I say booktubers. Even though she didn't say that, I'm going to insert it anyways. And honestly, if you don't do anything with booktube or anything, or if you're not on Goodreads, then you should be, because that is where you're going to actually get good recommendations. So I really credit Adrian for that. So far, so good. We got 2 of the 4 authors that gave us good recommendations, really healthy recommendations, and now we got to move on to the next one. So this one wasn't necessarily a DM. This was the author that I decided to text because they gave us their phone number in their Instagram bio, which is Jenny Han. If you guys don't know, Jenny Han is the author of To All the Boys I Loved Before, which is a trilogy and is also a Netflix adaptation. So if you guys haven't read the books or seen the movies, I would do either, if not both. But anyways, on to Jenny's response. So I, basically texted her the whole generic speech, and she responded with, I'm reading Circe by Madeline Miller. Is it Madeline or Madeline? Madeline? I haven't read Circe yet, but I've heard so much about it, and the cover is gorgeous. I just have to say that. But I haven't read it yet. I know last year I felt like everybody was talking about it at some point. So yeah, that was her response, was Circe. If you guys have read it and you guys think I should definitely read it too, let me know. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this. I know that I remember seeing like Haley and Bookland talking about it quite a bit. So definitely will bump this up on my TBR because Jenny's loving it. So maybe I will love it, right? All right, so our very last author that responded to us is one that I DM'd off camera. So I'm very glad that I did. And that is Mr. J. Kristoff. So I was hoping that Jay would actually respond because he is very active on Twitter and he likes to engage with fans a lot. So I was really hoping that he would respond, and thank goodness he did. It's awesome. So thank you, Jay, for that. Now, Jay is kind of a funny dude. He cracks me up. He's a man that is like 6'9", which is insane, and he looks like Dave Grohl. But beyond that, he is actually very funny. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, you should, because you're missing out on some really great conversations that he has all the time. But if you guys don't know who J. Kristoff is, he's written like so many series. Nevernight is his adult fantasy series, which is really good. I actually really enjoyed it. But otherwise, Jay has also co-written a lot of books as well, including the Illuminate Files, which is really popular. And then also, most recently, he's written the Aurora Rising series, and he's got a new book in that series coming out very soon. So as for what I said to Jay, I said, "Hi, Mr. Kristoff." Now, he probably thinks I'm stupid because his Twitter and Instagram name is Mr. Kristoff, so it's probably like, do you even know who I am type of thing. My bad. Now, I continued on by saying I love reading your books, and that was kind of a lie. Obviously, I've only read Nevernight, which I did enjoy, but I haven't read his other ones, but I didn't really want him to say his own, but Jay didn't care about that. And I finished off by saying, hashtag stab stab Blackheart. If you guys have read Nevernight, then you know. So Jay responded by saying, "You mean a book that I didn't write?" ? So here's the problem with DMing and just texting in general. You don't know their emotions behind it. So here I am thinking that Jay is joking, that he is being a funny guy, like he usually is, by saying, "You mean a book I didn't write?" Wink, wink. That's what I was thinking in my head. And then I go back and I read it again, and I'm like, maybe this is just like rude. Right? Like maybe he's like, "Are you sure like you don't want a book that I wrote? Like you want a different book? Like I'm confused," type of thing. So honestly, I don't know how to take his response. I don't know the emotions behind the words that he sent me, but I'm gonna go with happy. So I responded with yes, ! And he goes, "Strange the Dreamer" by Laini Taylor. She's amazing. So Laini Taylor. If you guys have been watching, you guys know that I have only read one series by Laini Taylor, which is The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I didn't like that series. However, I have heard really, really good things about Strange the Dreamer. A lot of people have said that it's like really good. Okay, so I'm going to respond to Jay by saying, thank you so much. I will definitely bump that one up on my TBR. All right, so those are all the 4 responses that we got out of the 50 we sent. And I have to say, we got some good recommendations. It was a success, if I have to say so myself. I do not like DMing, however. It causes a lot of anxiety for me. I feel like I probably was stupid 90% of the time, and I didn't get responses, and I feel a little bit rejected. But I'm happy we did it because now I have, I think, 4 books that I can add and bump up on my TBR and read them because an author recommended it to me. So I hope out of anything with this video that you guys got some book recommendations and that you can finally see what it is like to talk to an author. through me. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. I would love it if you joined the family. And if you guys liked this video, then I would hit the like button. And if you want to be updated for whenever I upload, then hit that notification bell. But other than that, that is all from me. Maybe next time I will DM celebs or something like that for recommendations and see what the odds that I get a response for that is. But yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!